Well, the clown car has gotten bigger. The biggest of the incompetent, unethical, no character, dipshit freak show has been appointed by Donald Trump to be the FBI director, none other than Kash Patel, who is, let me just tell you, who thought he was too inexperienced, kooky, conspiracy theorist ridden to be a deputy at the Federal Bureau of Investigation. That would be Bill Barr, who, by all accounts, was Trump's henchman.
Corrupt. I mean, corrupt as all get out.
Corrupt as all get out. But he said in his book, Kash Patel, incompetent, kooky, has no experience, couldn't even be a deputy under Bill Barr. And now Donald Trump has appointed him. And I just want to say, we call it a clown car, and it is. But it is, these people are freaks. Kash Patel's claim to fame is he's on Steve Bannon's podcast all the time. He's never met a conspiracy he's like the Laura Loomer male version of conspiracies. He's all about the deep state. And so here we go, rolling in to the lawless 2025 with Kash Patel, just incompetent in all regards to be the FBI director.
So obviously, I read a lot of the news this weekend and I saw these images of Kash Patel. And it's like he's wearing these scarves and these sweatshirts, and it's K, and then he has a dollar sign,
right?
SH. And then he's a huge grifter. He sells all of this stuff. And so what I'm seeing now is this constant appointing of crazy people to be in charge of things. And then these people also have a side hustle where they grift to the MAGA base. Recently, I saw RFK Jr.'s wife, Cheryl Hines, doing a little commercial for her lotion, and she's doing a video, and behind her is RFK in the shower, but her body is kind of blocking him. She's now grifting
that breaks
stuff. Kash Patel is a huge grifter. We know that Lara Trump now has like an athleisure line, and she side hustles as a pop singer. Donald Trump is a con man grifter. And so I think it's important that we point out that while they're entertaining half of the population with all of this, the deep state, they're coming after you. What they're doing is they are subverting your attention to from what's really going on. What's really going on here is that this whole administration is being appointed because they have no morals, no ethics, and they want to consolidate power and wealth, both, to the very top 0.001% of the population. And they want you to be mad at people who have less than you do. If you work a full-time job and you live in rural America or suburban America, and the potential of having medical bankruptcy is something that's very real for you, they have decided, here's what you need to be mad at. They are, what the left, the woke left is doing, is they're sending kids to school and whacking off wieners.
Right.
So then they're like, oh my God, that's horrible. I can't believe that. That's not happening.
No.
Or they'll tell you, oh my God, you know what the left's doing? They are delivering babies and then executing them because women are too lazy to get on birth control. And so they're telling you all this stuff. Meanwhile, you've got Elon Musk, who's received 0 votes, who has only gotten richer since he has been in Trump's orbit. And now he's going to be in charge of basically Doge, which I don't know how that's going to happen, but I believe that these people will make sure that Elon has the power that he needs, because Elon clearly knows how to curry favor with Trump.
Absolutely.
That he's been around this long. And so, you know, Kash Patel and all of this is a move to consolidate more power and more wealth to the top. The middle class is being taken for a complete ride.
Yes.
And the criminality and the paranoia is pervasive on the right, and the willful ignorance of people that know better is pervasive. And we're literally living in like the post-Enlightenment world. We're living in like the era of stupidity. I think that's how historians will look back on this fall of the American empire. They entered the age of stupidity.
Right. And like you've said many times, we no longer value expertise. We no longer value facts. We go with what makes us viscerally feel good, which is being mean and cruel and rah, rah, rah Trump. He does the double jerk off dance. He dances on stage for 39 minutes. Oh, he's a knee slapper. These are serious positions. I mean, he is literally taking a big, giant sledgehammer to U.S. institutions and just fucking whacking them out. Like, doesn't give a shit. And all these prosecution, he's the biggest fucking criminal of all time ever to be elected to president of the United States. And now he's going to have his little lapdog, sycophant. And here's one thing I think he was appointed for. He has his own crypto business. So, you know, Silicon Valley, that their big push was, well, we don't want any regulation on crypto. Well, you know, Kash Patel is going to profit and grift on this industry because he is going to be the FBI director. I mean, it's gross.
Well, and I had a huge problem with James Comey.
Yes.
I had a massive problem with James Comey. Still do have a big problem with James Comey. When his name comes up, I just really, really, like, my stomach turns. Kash Patel makes Jim Comey look like the greatest director of the FBI the world and this nation has ever seen. I mean, it's just jaw-dropping. So what they've done is they've taken some valid concerns about a lot of these institutions that both the right and left should share, and they've exploited them. And they beat them down so hard that then they're appointing these buffoons, literal buffoons, who get on podcasts and on far right, like InfoWars or OAN, and they say crazy shit that Trump likes, that makes him happy. Like, Trump really won the 2020 election, and we're going to get to the deep, dark bottom of it.
Right.
And Trump's like, oh, yeah, that's who I want, even though Trump knows better. But he's willfully ignorant. And all of these people are willfully ignorant. But they are branding themselves as, here is the place to bring all your anger right here. And we have a place where you can put it. You can blame the left. Like, now we have on our YouTube channel all of these MAGA people that watch our channel from start to finish and then comment on it because their whole identity is, I like drinking liberal tears.
Right.
That's how pathetic their lives are. Like, they literally enjoy not progress for the country, not progress for themselves, but being as toxic and, like, I don't know if it compensates for their small dicks or, you know, whatever. Maybe mommy and daddy were mean to them growing up, and picking on other people makes them feel so good. And MAGA has all of these broken people. They all have a place now.
Oh, absolutely. They're highlighted. I mean, I still wonder if Trump's going to pardon the January 6ers. I mean, I can't imagine that he would do that, but he probably will. I mean, I don't know. It's just the whole thing is just repulsive. And then Pete Hegseth, our Defense Department appointee / sex offender, has received an email from his mother that has been unearthed by the New York Times from 2018, where she refers to him as an abuser of women. And if you'll indulge me, I want to read an excerpt. I have no respect for any man that belittles, lies, cheats, sleeps around, and uses women for his own power and ego. You are that man and have been for many years. And as your mother, it pains me and embarrasses me to say that. But it is the sad, sad truth. That's his own mother.
But here's the deal. Donald Trump is the exact same person described in that email, and he won. So people don't care about this anymore. And the misogyny online is at an all-time high. This is no longer disqualifying. We elected an adjudicated rapist. And not we, but the majority of Americans did. This country did. And so, of course, he appoints other people that demean women. And this is not only supported by men, but the internalized misogyny of women who probably had fathers that did same and married people that do same and want to stick their heads in the sand surrounding it and just assume that their daughter's destiny is the same. This is why they want to keep everybody uneducated and force everybody into religious style schooling like they're doing in this state, because all of this is a threat to, white male patriarchy. And so, I mean, this would normally be disqualifying, but it's not. It's not even remotely, because, of course, the president who screwed a porn star and a Playboy bunny and an adjudicated rapist, et cetera, grab him by the pussy, all this stuff, that's the perfect pick for him. And his supporters, they don't care. They do not care about these types of violations, even if it comes from their own mother.
I just wonder how many senators, Republican senators, are going to rubber stamp this. I mean, some of them are. Tommy Tuberville, he's a dipshit. Rick Scott, dipshit. I mean, all of them. But are there enough senators to stand up and say, this is not okay in the Republican Party?
I don't know. I think that the majority of them will support it because they're also scared of Donald Trump's base. And again, the Democrats are missing an opportunity here to start claiming accurately that Donald Trump is a lame duck already. So why are you selling out? Look at what happens to the people that try to emulate Trump. Governor Kittenhill's DeSantis, faceplant. Nikki Haley, faceplant. Trumpism kind of dies a little bit. It's in its intensity with Trump not in power. So the Democrats need to start illustrating to the American public, this is a lame duck. We don't have to go for this. We do not have to get on board with this, because if we start this and we start with the defense, but furthermore, let me just take something else here. The Democrats have an opportunity here big time because the Republicans are all about the military,
right?
Patriotism and support our troops. This guy, when the military brass says this guy is a huge problem, and we really look into even his military service, there's a lot of instances that go against the code of ethics, like shooting civilians,
war crimes,
stuff like this. And they have an opportunity to talk about how anti-military the Republican Party's appointment of this man is, and getting people out talking. But I don't know why there's not some organized message on the left regarding this, because for MAGA, it's like, well, yeah, he's great. He does all these podcasts and he's got this cool white supremacist tattoo and he's a badass. He's also a grifter, FYI.
Yeah, oh, yeah, he's a huge grifter.
And so, I mean, none of this surprises me. It doesn't surprise me as a person that lives in a red state surrounded by religious hypocrites, that they can look the other way at all of this and feel justified in doing so. None of it surprises me. I wish that there were a unified message on the left. Number one, he's a lame duck. Number two, this is the biggest slap in the face to the armed forces. It's dangerous, et cetera. I saw some total MAGA nut on the right was saying, the Nobel Peace Prize no longer has credibility because Trump hasn't won one. I mean,
he hasn't been sexiest man alive either. Where's People magazine?
I mean,
they're so stupid.
We're literally living in the era of stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
And this Pete Hegseth, Kash Patel, Matt Gaetz, Kristi Noem, and I mean, I wish that Marco Rubio were the worst person that he appointed.
Yeah.
But I'm in a situation right now where I'm saying he's probably the best.
Right. Did you ever think?
No.
Ever?
No.
Never.
No.
It's unbelievable.
Not in a million years, because Marco Rubio is a dipshit extraordinaire with no backbone, no spine, nada. crickets, doesn't stand for anything. And he is Trump's best foot forward.
Right. He's the best of the bunch. Little Marco, hands down winner of the best of the bunch, which tells you about the bunch.
Yeah, it's just, this is going to be difficult to watch, difficult to cover, but, you know, the Democrats need to start beating the drum that this is his lame duck term. And I mean, go full speed, and whoever we're running needs to start campaigning. And I hate it. I wish we had short, condensed campaign periods, but they're going to have to start campaigning, actively campaigning year round, because that's what Trump did.
That's right.
Even though Biden has been president for 4 years, Trump's ubiquitous spot above the fold, top of the headlines has always been there. And the Democrats have got to counter that. And it's easy. All you have to do is say very simple things. Trump is a criminal. He appoints criminals. Kash Patel is a grifter. He's a liar. He's a nut. He's a conspiracy theorist. Do people really think Elon Musk cares about them or can even remotely relate to what middle American life is?
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not. So we'll see.
All right.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
It's so entertaining. Tap the vein. So